K-Rino Radio. K-Rino Radio. Let's tell them about it. You're listening to K-Rino Radio on 90.1. Who is he? What is he? What does he do? Where is he from? H-Town, where the independent grind was invented. Understand, I'm the property owner, you just a tenant. KPFT is the station and location for the really special guests. Good knowledge and information for the coldest on the air. We making a strong case. If you scared of the truth, then you in the wrong place. Every Friday, 11 o'clock p.m. Central. We cooking the game, serving it up, feeding your mental. You can even call in, dial 713, backdoor it with 526 KPFT. We ain't playing with them, we gon' tell it like it is, partner. Out of town, KPFT.org, yeah, we got ya. How'd I get on the airways? I know y'all like, wow, K-Rino Radio, homie, starting right about now. How'd I get on the airways? I know y'all like, wow, K-Rino Radio, homie, starting right about now.
Man, and once again, man, we always got the crew in the building. The OG homie, my brother Murder One, is in the building tonight with us.
Yeah, what's up?
And to his immediate right is the infamous South Park OG, the one and only Black Cat, man. What's going on, my
Hey,
brother?
what's up, man? All 9 lives, we still here.
Man, he got all 9 of them, man. You know what I'm saying? And to my immediate left is my homie, a.k.a. Keisto, the homie Kern, man, from No Regret Media, man. What up, Kern?
What's up, man? What's it looking like today?
I pulled him away. He's setting up the equipment, man. He holding us down, you know. So as always, we got a real interesting topic tonight, man. It might spark some stuff up, man, because it's something that's gonna be covering some generational type stuff, man. And if y'all want to load up right now and get ready to start calling in, do so right now, 713-526-KPFT, because tonight's topic is what's wrong with rap and how do we fix it?
Wait a minute. Say that again.
Let me say it again. It's what's wrong with rap
Uh-oh.
and how do we fix it?
Not just today.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
former is rap period.
rap period. And now the question is kind of a loaded trick like question, because it's saying what's wrong with rap and how do we fix it. That's only if you feel something is wrong with it in the first place.
Yeah.
Somebody might say rap is cool, rap is fine, I like the state of it, I like where we are, I like the music. And then the other people that may say, you know, nah, I'm dissatisfied with the direction it's going and the things that the turns that it's taking, the artists, whatever the case may be. We're going to get into all of that tonight, and we welcome y'all to join in on that conversation, because we're going to definitely put our opinions out there, and y'all are welcome to agree, disagree, or otherwise. And we welcome all that type of dialogue. So 713-526-KPFT, but we're going to hold it down. I'll start it off just by saying that to answer that question in some capacity, what's wrong with rap and how do we fix it, that answer will be based on who you ask that question to. Because, and what I mean by that, when you talk about different age demographics that exist within the genre of rap music, you have people that listen to rap basically from the womb to the tomb.
Yes, sir.
So from 2 years old, you see little babies bobbing their head and in the back seat listening to something that their mama, their daddy is jamming. And for 10 to 15 years old or whatever, you hear
Eddie T, you know
youngsters rapping. You hear youngsters rapping, and you hear them listening to their favorite rappers all the way up to the 20s, the 30s, all the way into the 40s, our generation and beyond, because now rap music has been around basically 40-something years. You know, if we know the history, and they say that hip hop started back in New York in 1974, I was 4 years old when it kicked off.
1974?
1974 is the year that is credited. Now, if somebody can fix me on that, correct me on that, then I'll accept that correction. But even if it's 1974, that's 44 years that hip hop has been in existence. And as long as there has been a hip hop that's been guys trying to rap and spit on the mic and DJ and things of that nature. So if I was to ask a guy that's my age, man, what's wrong with rap, he would speak about it from his standpoint of being around, seeing it from its inception,
Yep.
and kind of watching what we call the golden age of rap back in the 80s and the 90s, and then possibly hearing what the youngsters listen to now and not being able to identify with that. So anybody got anything they want to chime in on that before we take this first call?
Yeah, you got the those that in the beginning, before rap just really got exposed, that was always saying that rap wouldn't last anyway. You know what I mean? You have those just before it broke the scene. They were like, it's not gonna last. Rock and roll is gonna keep on going, and R&B and all that's gonna keep going, and rap is just not gonna be anything.
Well, I think that was later in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like the 70s was just kind of just touching the surface.
The critics, yeah. I mean, there's been critics that didn't like the genre, period. Yeah, like it's like, man, what is that? No, I dealt with that. I suffered from that when I was coming up in the 80s. As Murder said, people say, like, I've told the story, we walk in the bathroom and be like, man, I can't even take a leak out in here doing all this rapping and beatboxing and all that. So it comes from all angles, man. But I think it's like there's such a generational divide in rap and hip hop, because everybody gravitates towards what they came up listening to. And what we came up listening to, we all feel it don't get no better than that. That's the best rap that came out.
I agree.
You can't see. You see what I'm saying?
I agree right there on that.
It's like you can't tell me nothing about the 80s, the 90s, but if you are 30 years old,
Okay.
which is pretty seasoned, in hip hop, but it's considerably younger than we are. But if you're 30 years old, then your golden era, your glory years in hip hop might have been 2000, 1999, somewhere way up in there.
And if you're 50 and 60, then you're James Brown,
And you done jumped into a whole nother genre then.
That James Brown was a rapper. He wasn't really a singer to me.
Yeah, James Brown, Cap Calloway, all those guys, they was putting it down. So, I mean,
rapping already.
So if you're 30, I guess, what you consider to be, I know I'm 30 around that age.
okay.
So my golden era hip hop, I say, is right around the Tupac
99, 2000.
What year was you born?
1980.
You was born in 1980. Okay, right. So that's perfect. Okay, so when Tupac died in 1996, you was 16 years old.
In high school.
Right, you was in high. So
Yeah, he got shot on my birthday.
so you probably was just straight Pac, man. I love this guy,
Right.
Pac. So
And died on Friday the 13th. Remember that?
and so that was tragic. Right? But the difference, and I ain't gonna say the difference. Hold on, I gotta be neutral tonight.
Yeah.
The thing that I would say would be kind of different is that the rap, this is my opinion, the rap that you was listening to at 16 years old in 1996 is still considerably different from what a 16-year-old is listening to today.
Right.
Because
of course.
the rappers was rooted more in that
Substance.
original era.
Originality and substance.
Right.
And giving a message. We're giving messages
Give
out.
a great message.
Yeah.
I think their message was a little bit better than the messages, I guess, that came before them.
Well, at that time you had the Black Panther era, I want to call
Damn.
it. From the Public Enemies, the
BDP,
BDP, KRS-One.
Yeah, Boogie Down Productions.
Even further than that, but them the ones that stood out coming at late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
But like you saying, Pac was, if it's happened in 96, it's so much change happened in 5 years. From 89 till, say, 96, it's a whole tremendous of different style of rap was happening.
And Pac was rooted in the same stuff we was rooted in.
Yeah.
Because he's from
was
that
founded
era.
on that.
See, in 1996, Pac was, how old was Pac when he died? 25?
24.
Something like that. So he was only a year or so younger than me. I'm 47. So he came up listening to the same rap we came up listening to.
Yeah, he did.
But what we'll do now, we'll take this first caller. We got Eddie T on the line. He's been holding for a while. We want to get some outside opinions in on it. So let's go ahead and take Eddie T, man. Go ahead, Eddie.
They got it twisted. It's Eddie season, man.
Eddie C.
All right,
Okay,
my bad,
what's up,
man,
my brother?
Chilling, man. Tuning in.
You got an opinion on the topic tonight?
So the state of rap, to me, honestly, I think we'll see. Homeboy said he was 80. I'm 79. You know, and we might have the same birthday because I think Tupac got shot on my birthday. September, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
When did you say?
September the 7th.
September 6th.
You said December or September?
No, September.
Yeah,
okay.
September, that's it?
Yeah, that's my birthday.
Man, congratulations. I really like this
Hey, that was kind of hard right there. That congratulations kind of mixed up. Cause that was, you talking about Pac's death here.
But go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
Yeah. But the state of the rap game, I think, is I was disappointed in the early 2000s. You know what I mean? A little bit depressed as far as not depressed emotionally, but just as far as the state of the rap game. But I think it's coming back, man, with a vengeance. I'm just really hopeful. If you notice, there's a lot more storytelling going on in the rap nowadays than there used to be 10 years ago.
Well, let me ask you this, because it's surprising to hear you say that. You say you're happy with the state of it now and it's coming back. Who are some of the artists that you listening to now that you credit with bringing rap back? Some of the guys you listen to right now, newer guys that you listening to.
Right. Newer guys, I don't know. First and foremost, I gotta say K-Rino, because you literally saved my rap depression with the Triple Darkness album. I heard you back in the days, Gangsta Nip, Point Black, all them boys, and then I didn't know you were still doing it until I picked up that Triple Darkness. I was like, what? So now, Eddie, see, I know you remember me. I got like 40-year albums.
Man, yo, I know you, Eddie. You know you.
I also have a question also before y'all
go ahead.
finish. My question was, you say you feel kind of depressed in that era when that thing's twisted. What made you depressed in that situation?
Because of the lack of creativity in the music, It was just somebody puts a beat and somebody makes some funny noises or something, and it's like, I know somebody in the background.
Okay,
the manager's telling them, okay, do this, do that, do it, and this is how you're gonna be cool, and this is what people want. But there was no feeling in the music. There was no emotion, no creativity, nothing inspiring. It was just, okay, we're gonna do this thing. People are gonna jam to it, buy your album, hopefully.
Right.
And,
well, I have a second part to that also. The second part is, would you just listen to the local rap outside the whole era rap?
You said, was I just listening to local rap?
Yes.
No, I'm listening to what they put.
Well, I'm saying during the '96 era.
The state of the game when I was like not feeling too good about it was about the mainstream stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The stuff that the majority of people that were listening to. But nowadays I still listen to the old school cats.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised if you just YouTube somebody, they're still making some stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I was just curious. I was just curious about the era of the 95, 96 era to make you just say, because the reason I said that, I'm a little older than K, and we all saw a lot of music change. So about 95, 96, if you on the local tip, it was more SPC, Rap Lot, and Screw. That's the reason I asked, were you just listening local or outside the region?
If you say 95, I'm not sure. I was doing my thing in like 97 off that Cash Money record.
Okay.
That was big for me in that little area. 95, I don't remember anybody in 95.
Well, we appreciate the call, Eddie, man, and feel free to call in anytime, man, and
hey, rap
offer y'all opinion.
Rap game's coming back,
Without a doubt, it never left in my eyes. We'll bring that into the fold as we go further into the show. But call back anytime, Eddie. We appreciate that love. He said something that kind of caught my attention when he started talking about listening to rappers on YouTube and things of that nature, because that's one of the things I kind of wanted to touch on tonight with that topic for those who might have that sense of dissatisfaction about the rap game right now. Let me ask the panel.
Okay.
Has the internet leveled the playing field in terms of back in the days where it was just all about getting signed to a label and that's how you get on, that's how you get out? Now with the internet where you can basically control your own destiny, put your own stuff out, push and promote it, has that leveled the playing field for the artists who may have that substantive music but don't have the platform? What role is the internet playing in that?
I tell you this, as a consumer, what the internet did is all the mom and pop stores is gone right now. Remember back when we used to get up and you can be able to go into the mom and pop store and check out an album like, man, who is this? Who is this?
Right.
Who is this?
Right.
And then it made your collection even colder when you had somebody that ain't nobody know about. But you be like, man, look, get a hold of this.
Right.
Do you know anything about these black monks? Or you know something of this here? So now that's what the internet does. It sort of gets you to where it sort of wise your variety or your collection to where a lot of people might not be on to this guy, this Montana 300, or a person might not be on to this and that. And you be like, okay, well, check this out. Homie going hard.
Right.
And it's easier for him to put out the music because, yeah, of course, everybody got a phone. Everybody can push their button.
So the internet is the new listening station.
Basically,
Remember the record stores used to have a listening station. You put the headphones on,
yeah,
and decide what you wanted to buy or not.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an interesting point.
Right.
Y'all got anything y'all want to add to that?
I think it made the playing field more easy now because when you had to put in work like we did, not just putting ourselves in that situation,
That's true.
But the work we put in, we didn't know anything about no internet. You know, we knew
it didn't exist.
Right. You know, we knew let's go get some postcards and some posters.
Right.
And wait till about 11 o'clock that night before that man come tear these posters down in a few hours and bleed the city. Yeah. So I think it made it a lot easier now because people searching for new ideas or whoever they can just get over real quick that don't even have the knowledge of being in the part of the business.
And Black Cat, what about the internet from the standpoint that you have nobody dictating your creativity, your creative control? Because if I'm at home and I'm not signed to nobody, I got full freedom to make what I want to make, how I want to make it, and all I got to do is just upload it onto a YouTube channel or SoundCloud or whatever. That's freedom, wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, that's total freedom. I mean, it's like who was that we had in here? Where one?
No.
Yeah, we were talking to and he was able to bounce from, you know what I'm saying, from different organizations in the rap game. You know what I'm saying, not just be segregated to just one.
Yeah, we were shouting out 3-2 that night.
Yeah, 3-2. And,
no question.
Yeah, and that's something that cricket used to talk about all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to mingle with everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what part of the game they were in. And, you know, I have that total freedom myself to where I can just, and I'm not tied to anything, and I can put my music where I want to. I can record with who I want to. You know what I'm saying, and all that, which makes it really a big plus, to be honest with you.
Let me say this real quick before I forget. I want to just send a happy birthday shout out to DJ Screw.
Oh, love.
Happy birthday.
We're gonna clap it.
Yeah.
Great DJ Screw. I want to say that before I forget. But something that Kern was saying also too, as far as the death of the retail stores, that has played a big role in terms of the hustle of a rapper, because a lot of the things that we used to do, we would kind of reach out to the retail stores, promote. I would give anybody under the age of 20 years old, I give you $1,000 if you tell me what a one sheet is. If you under the age of 20 and you tell me what a one sheet is, I give you $1,000. And you can't go on the internet and look it up. We got a call on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this G, man.
What's up, G? Turn your radio out. Turn your radio out.
Yes, sir.
Turn it down.
Yeah, turn it all the way down. All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. This right up.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this G, man. This a good topic, brother. What's up with you? How y'all doing, man?
Oh, we great.
Yeah, we doing
Fine,
good,
bro.
man.
We great.
Thank you.
Already.
Yeah, man. Like you were saying, you was kind of right on that, man, because me and my brother had this debate all the time, man. It's really about preference nowadays, man, because a lot of people, they don't want to, like my brother always say, he don't want to listen to no music that make him think. You know what I'm saying? He just want to hear something that make him bounce. Shout out to my brother Tipper, though, you know. But it really ain't. I listen to everything. See,
Right.
when people ask me what my preference is, when I name them, they never heard of none of these people.
Yeah.
You know, it's Reno, you know, Killer Priest, Flatbush Zombies, you know, Michi Darko, Immortal Technique,
Bishop Lamont.
Razkaz, Cool G Rap happen to be one of my favorites.
Gotta
you
be.
know?
Yeah.
You know, so it's really more about preference nowadays. Now, have YouTube helped? Of course it did. A lot of people don't know how to get paid off of it. That's why you got to sit back and study, learn.
I'm learning.
You know? I'm doing the same thing, man.
Yes,
Reno
sir.
teaching your boy a lot.
Well, thank you for
100.
that call, G, because you touched on some great points. One of the things that he said that caught my attention, and I was going to ask this later when I was going to ask what role do the fans play in determining what's wrong with hip hop and how to fix it. But he said that his brother said, "Hey man, I don't want to listen to nothing that makes me think. I just want to bounce." And that's not to say that his brother is not intelligent or he might have had a hard day, and I just don't want to be preached to on the record today. I just kind of want to enjoy myself, get in a zone where I can just focus on
Feel free. Huh?
yeah, and having fun and relaxing.
Yeah.
So preference was the word that he used.
Right.
Preference was the word that he used, and I think that preference is something that's not 24/7. You don't have the same preference all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
You
Yeah,
you
it
might
changes.
I might want to eat some macaroni and cheese tonight,
Yeah.
but tomorrow I don't have no taste for it.
Right.
So at the end of the day, his preference may have been in that situation for that at that time, but
Yeah.
you never know. He may get to a point where one day he just want to be fed.
And I think we all have preferences because I think my preferences before I started going my creative mode of writing like an album or something, I'm straight R&B or some oldies, some Sam Cooke, you know, some
Right.
Prince.
Digging into your soul.
Hey man,
Yeah.
you gotta feel free. You gotta feel free, man.
Yeah, you see, I'm the same way. I don't necessarily have to listen to rap to inspire me to
Right.
write rap.
Yeah, that's right.
I like Murder said, I listen to some Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, just
and
music
that'll make me
itself
want to write some rap.
inspires.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Stevie done went
Music
deeper.
itself inspires.
Yeah.
That's without a doubt. Without a doubt. We asking the question, man. What's wrong with rap, and how do we fix it? I want the next caller to actually address those two questions too. Look like we got SPCOG on the line, man. Let's get Q Boy on real
Okay.
quick. Q Boy, go ahead, my brother. You there? Next caller, go ahead.
Hello,
Who am I speaking with?
this is Sarge.
What up, Sarge?
What's up, Sarge?
What's going on, Murder One? K-Rino?
What's up?
Bless, brother. Bless. Thank you for calling in, family.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, one thing that good topic that reminded me of was Zen when he got up. R.I.P. to Zen.
Already.
No doubt.
One day he got up at the mosque and he told us, he said, y'all are worried about what's going on today and about making the conscious music and keep on pushing. But he goes, think about it like this. He says, y'all are planting seeds. He said, y'all plant seeds, and one day those seeds, people are gonna get hungry, and they're gonna want to eat, and them seeds are gonna grow. So the people that are making music that are making me think and conscious music and things of that nature, they're hearing all this bounce and just basic melodies and all that, and they're thinking they up against a losing battle. Like the brother Zen said, he said, just think about it as planting a seed. One day people are gonna get hungry and they're gonna want, lyrics to matter again, and
Right.
they're gonna hunger for that. And
Right.
by that time, your seed is gonna grow.
Let me ask you a quick question then on that note. What role does, again, age play in terms of the rap artist and the rap listener? Because if you have an individual who's 15 years old and we trying to explain exactly what you just explained to us so eloquently, his mind may not be on that level yet. So does he have to eventually grow into that maturity and walk into that level, or is it something that, again, is going to just break down to preference at some point?
Well, to answer that question, Reno, is which is a good question. I think that there's certain individuals and certain, generations genres that now that hip hop is ever evolving. It's ever evolving to where I think that it needs to be breaking down. Hip hop needs to be taken to another step to be breaking down into genres, because it seems like, the mumble rap, whether we like it or not, it's a multi-million-dollar machine, and I think it's growing and it's going to keep growing. And there's going to be people that just gear to that side and stay to that side,
man.
And just,
Sarge, you just, I don't know if you got X-ray vision or whatever, but you just looked through the phone and read my notes, because and appreciate the call, Sarge. We got to move on, but I appreciate the call. Okay. Call in anytime, brother.
I'll listen off there, but I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. But hey, shout out, y'all keep doing your thing, man. I love your show.
Appreciate that, brother. What he said was something that I actually have in my notes right now, and I was gonna ask the question: do you think fans, artists alike, do you think that hip hop, the genre itself, rap itself, not hip hop, because rap is an element of hip hop, do you think that rap music should be broken down to subgenres within the genre? You have conscious rap, you have gangster rap, lyrical rap,
conscious
you
rap.
You have trap music rap, then you have what he referred to as mumble rap. Now, I don't think that the rappers who may do that style would affectionately embrace that title, you know what I'm saying, as being mumble rappers. But just a point to where I think, because the goal is unity. So if we looking for unity, if trying to figure out how to bridge the gap between these different types of rap fans with these different preferences, why not just put them in categories? And somebody call in and check me and correct me if you feel I'm wrong, and just say, well, look, this guy, he is a I don't want to use that word mumble rap, man, but he's that style of rapper. So we can't get mad if we hit it, because that's what he do. That's his world, I can't get mad at the
mumble.
Because he gonna have his fans. You know what I'm saying?
He gonna
have his followers.
I can't get mad at the quarterback for doing his job.
Right.
I can't ask the center to pass the ball. He's not the quarterback, and vice versa. So that's just something that I was just thinking.
Well, I mean, just because you're thinking that, I think it's good to think that, because without whatever title you want to call the rap they're doing today, it's much needed, because that put us OGs back on our P's and Q's to be accepted, that we're appreciative of what we've been doing all our life.
Okay, now I got to play devil's advocate to my own question. Okay, but do y'all think that kind of creates more division to do that? If we were to say, well, man, we're going to create subgenres within the genre, but yet still claim we trying to bring in, does that create more division? Because now it's people like, well, we over here, we in the gangster rap section, and we pretty much doing it anyway. But to label it, wouldn't that kind of, I posed the question. Now I'm questioning my own question.
Well, that's a good oppose. I like what you said, because the simple fact is it's already separated already.
Yeah, and we want to bring it together.
Right. So giving the title is just like giving a reward. The running back ain't gonna get the same reward that the quarterback gonna get.
There you go.
So I like it. Just separate it and it's just unify each other. And just all get this paper what we're in this for.
Yeah, everybody can eat, man.
What's wrong with rap, man? How do we fix it? We got a lot of calls on the line. We want to accommodate those calls. Do we finally got Q-Boy? We finally got him?
Yeah, we got Q-Boy on, man.
Okay, let's get him on.
Go ahead, Q.
Q-Boy the Menace. What's up, brother?
Yeah, well, how y'all doing, K, man?
What's up, Q?
I feel rap is expression for everybody, man. Everybody get to voice their own opinion in this music these days, so we if we can categorize it, but it is what it is, It's about just, expressing yourself. When hip hop embraced me, it embraced me. So whatever I express, it's what I express. So I don't knock no rappers for doing they rap. It just, you got to do what you do. But you got to give people something good sometimes too. You can't give everybody everything all the time. That's just my opinion. Like, as you grow older in life, you should mature in your songs because whatever you say, it represents you on this planet. So whatever come out your mouth, that is your representation before you die. That's what them people heard you saying in your songs.
Influencing others.
At some point in time, you got to give somebody you, or you tell somebody something right, whether it's about, your feelings or about something positive, about the Lord. Express yourself in your music, man. Just do what you do in your music. I advise that to everybody.
Why not?
A lot of things, I don't like to hear a lot of this stuff on the radio because that's just not, that's just my opinion. But at some point in time, man, when you grow up in this music and in your life, we should hear some songs that matures to your character and your nature and your life, because this is your life. Your life is your music.
Right.
Your expressions, your words is you. That's all I got to say about that. I
1000% agree.
Too long, but
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's what it is, K, man. So, whether it be gangster rap, whether it be a gospel rap, whether it be, because we don't like to watch the same TV show all the time. For the people that watch TV, we don't watch the same thing. So, as a producer, you got to produce different type of movies to entertain people, and it's entertainment too at the same time. So I like to hear a good story. I like to hear something that would happen in somebody's life in their songs. I don't want to hear about the same thing all the time, because that's, as I said, it's a process of growing old and getting older and mature in your music. Now, I still do some head banging songs. I'm gonna still probably bust some heads here and there, but right now, I got the new album called Soul Play out. That's a reflection of my life as a maturity album. I started off with the SPC. We've been battling in the streets all our life.
Right.
But at that time, with the new album I got, I'm promoting that's like me. That's the real Quincy Lewis album that I'm putting out to the world.
What's the name? What's the name of the album?
I ain't mean to drift off.
No, you're all right. What's the name of the album?
The name of the album is called Soul Play.
Soul Play.
And that's the maturity album. That's the Quincy Lewis album. That's the real me album. Every now and then you're going to get the real me of what's going on in my life, because I'm bringing people into my life and how I feel and, expressing things and getting things out on the positive level without no cussing, without no profanity, without degrading my women, without flashing money, without, capping and bragging and arrogancy that's in these songs. It's all about the Most High. In the end of the day, it's all about the gift. Use your gift to what you use it for, but at the same time, give people something that they can cherish. You know what I'm saying? Give them something good sometimes. You ain't got to bust heads in all your songs.
No doubt. Thank you, Q boy.
Bust heads. If that's you, do you.
Thank you, brother.
Saying, give somebody some substance these days, something they can. So when you leave this earth and you rewind them tapes and rewind them albums, you be like, man, this boy has something.
Yes, sir.
This boy really told us something. So you got to give people the gift.
Yes, sir. Appreciate the call, Q boy. Appreciate the call, Q boy. Call in anytime, my brother. Call in anytime. He fed us real good. Yeah, he did. Because the thing that stood out to me the most about what he said was that about being yourself as an artist. Because that's part of the solution. Because remember, we talking about what's wrong with rap, if anything, and how do we fix it. So we got to start being more solution oriented now. One of the things that Q-Boy said, he said, artists have to be themselves.
Yeah, original artists. That's how we come up. Everybody, you want to be original in what you do.
But part of being yourself is what? Finding yourself.
That's right. Your identity.
Yeah, so how can I expect a 13, 14, 15-year-old youngster, he haven't lived life yet, or she haven't lived life yet, so we just killing this guy or this sister because she's rapping about what he or she has saw other people do and feels like that's what they got to do. So you find yourself, then become that, grow into who you are. So, great phone call. We'll go on to the next caller because we got a few lined up. Go ahead, my brother. Who am I speaking to?
This is James.
Go ahead, my brother.
What's going on, Kay?
Oh, can't complain. Thank you for calling.
For some time, got my call in. I wanted to touch up on this great topic because of the age generation gap and all that good stuff. I was telling you last time, I was born in '88. I'm 30 now. So my golden era was around 2004, 2003. And I mostly stuck to local rap. I don't know what I think right now, what's going on with local rap. Not local rap, I meant mainstream of today is just, from what I hear, everybody sounds the same. Everybody's going for beats. Nobody's really going for, lyrical movement or anything like that. Everybody's just having a good time. I remember whenever I was listening to rap, I started off listening to like Slim Thug, Trey, Zero, Young Ro, all those guys. And that's pretty much what was it, what was in what we would hear. Like when it came to the actual lyricism, I would actually rely to Trey and Zero.
Right.
And so, I mean, they had some pretty good albums, and they still do. But as for, it's good to express yourself through your music, I mean, what you're going through. But I also wanted to touch up on that subject on the last call that was pretty much touched up on saying that, you know, you grow with your lyrics, and it's true. I mean, because nobody wants to hear a rapper rapping about the same thing. You know, let's say you're in your 40s and you're still dropping CDs rapping about the same thing. Like
Right.
you were in your 20s.
Well,
And
thank
so
you, James. We got a lot of calls lining up, but I
right.
thank you for the information, and you feel free to call in anytime. I definitely want to touch on something you said. He said he was born in 1988, and then right after he said that, he said his golden era was like 2004. So again, that puts him at 16 years old, with the same age that Keisto was when he was talking about pop. It's something about that 16. So
Sweet
because
16.
I'm thinking about when I was 16, just for me personally,
Run DMC.
that was 1986. Raising Hell by Run DMC had just came out.
Most definitely.
So that's like, it's something about that 16, man. You know, I guess you put that 1 and that 6 together, that's a 7. You know, that's all right. Look, you know how we, you know how we play with that math, that mathematics, man. But what's wrong with rap and how do we fix it? We're going to shift gears for a little bit, and we'll get to some callers. We see y'all on the line, so hang on. When you ask what's wrong with rap, we can't ask that question without asking what role does the actual industry play in the degeneration of rap music, record labels, mainstream and commercial radio. What role have they played in bringing rap music down or presenting rap in a way that's not reflective of what it was originally intended to be? So if anybody on the panel want to address that, feel free. What role has the actual industry played?
I me personally think it's like a wet towel. They squeeze it and get much as they can get out of it to try to get it dry again.
And toss the towel to the side.
Toss it to the side and get another wet towel.
Yeah, but what about perpetuating certain subject matters?
Yeah.
What about that? Because y'all know me. I'm of the mind frame that it's a systematic plan in place to put out
yes, of course,
certain types of images and certain types of music that will bring down the communities, and particularly in the inner city.
Yes.
So people don't seem to be able to grasp or even believe that record label executives have that kind of mind to do that. But when you trace back the origins of how this genre even started, it just started up as some hood stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's some brothers in the hood getting together, creating something that turns into a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry. And of course, then they come along later and want to put their hand.
It's the new blue. It was the new blues. You know what I'm saying?
Money. Yeah, no doubt.
I was gonna say it started off with the same kind of objective as churches did. Well, in the beginning where they was there to organize, to teach, and then now they brought up to these mega churches, and it's all about each pastor do the sort of the same things. And I think sort of like with the rap, it's like they grab somebody. At first, they used to have to grab the people who was talented that the streets brought into.
And that had a message.
They had a message, too, that could connect with a lot of people. And then what they started to do, they just skim that part off of it. They say, we just going to take like a little popcorn rapper. We're going to pay him, overpay him, put him in the light to where people will they'll look to be like Zach, like, man, he's really making the money, he's really doing it. His music ain't really too much of nothing, but I can strive to be like him because he's really getting that money, and what he's doing, I feel like I can do.
And don't forget to put them horse blinders on.
Yeah, put the blinds on. Make sure that his singles, we only, that's the industry, as the radio company, we only gonna push the singles that comes out that really ain't talk about too much positive. It's gonna be
we have to look at indoctrination.
We
you
need
know, like,
you to make
like
the
Rino
booty
was
clap
talking
more.
about.
Yeah, we need you to make booty clap music all day. We'll push every last one of those. Get you sponsored with Pepsi. So other rappers that's underground, they always looking at to say who's on top. Let me see who's the top rapper. Okay, Migos.
But they push the most degrading stuff. You know what I'm saying, to us as a people and our women and ourselves, and they push that harder to keep us in this cycle, like Rino was talking about.
Exactly, and I believe that too.
And all those are great points, because that's exactly I'm in total agreement with that. If there is a style of rap that's waking the people up, waking the hood up, making us not want to sell dope, making us not want to dance at the strip club, then we can't
defame our women
and right
ourselves
because it's a bigger agenda in place, and that's bigger than music, and we are the targets of that agenda. But we'll move on to the next phone call we got. Let's keep it rolling, man. Go ahead, speak to me.
Hey, this real good of music, man. Was good, K-Rino, my brother.
My brother, how you doing, family?
Oh, man, I'm great, man. Just down the tone, man. I just want to touch on a few bases on a great topic, man. I'm gonna
turn your radio down. Turn your radio down, too.
Okay. I want to get straight into it, man. I just feel like there's a big disconnection with the new generation and the older generation. Like, I was born in '85, but I was listening to, like, KRS-One, U, Face, Cube, or whatever. So I grew up I feel like that was the golden era for me for hip-hop or whatever. And then I just think, like, a lot of young cats, they don't pay homage to the older cats that paved the way and put it down for us to do the music, like you and, like a lot of great artists or whatever that came before me and, like, other rappers or whatever. So I just feel like that, and I do think it is a agenda to push the homosexual rap and the dresses and the all that, man. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like
homosexual and the drugs.
Control.
Right. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So I just feel like, with the main thing is just I just feel like, there's not a lot of homage, and it's just a lot of, there's more style than substance, and it ain't a lot of soul food out here, man. So I just, appreciate you, K, man. I've been rocking with you personally since 2004, man. It's great to see that you're doing the whole radio transition, man. You still dropping albums, and you still keeping the real music alive, my brother. So,
thank you, man, because we can't do it without people like you, man. So thank you so
Just
much
like
for
that.
calling, and call in anytime, man. To address one of the points that he made again, which was another point, and I had to show Keisto my notes because just to bear witness.
Yeah.
He mentioned the old school and the new school, and how, in his opinion, the new school is not paying homage to the old school. Now, one thing we got to think about when we look at that is, because it's true, it is a fact, but what are the details of why this particular artist may not be paying homage to this particular older artist? Is it because he's just being disrespectful? Is it because he's not even aware of this person? And if he's not aware of this person, then again, we got to ask, how is that possible? Because right here locally, and Murder One, a bear witness, right here locally, you may have artists that come up in the city of Houston that are young, coming up, 18, 20, but they never heard of us. You see what I'm saying? They never heard of other mainstream. They never heard of Rakim before, something like that. So, but in the case of us, sometimes people say, well, you know what? They never played their music on the radio. They didn't get no radio play. So that's why this young generation doesn't know who this particular artist is. In that regard, it's not his fault.
Right.
Now, if you have a younger artist like how we saw the guy was disrespecting Tupac. Who was that disrespecting Tupac? They was on the bus. One of the new guys come out.
Yeah, I saw.
I know he's a white dude.
No. It was a black guy.
Young kid, I believe.
If I could think his name, I'd say his name. But here's the deal. He was just saying something like Pac was. I don't want to misquote, but he made some negative comments about Pac's style and Pac rap, and then the internet just bombarded him. You know what I'm saying? Rightfully so. Then you had the other guy. I think the other guy, Lil Yachty, made some comments about Face or whatever. He said some things about negative things about Scarface. It was like, so when you say a name, then that means you do know this person.
That's right.
You are aware. So now that crosses over into the level of disrespect compared to just ignorance, just not knowing.
Yeah.
So we got to bridge that gap because the old school and the new school, whether they want to accept it or agree with it or not, new school rappers can learn from the old school, and the old school rappers can learn from the new school.
Oh, for sure.
Because the new school are doing things in the game based on the
What they have,
technological
yeah, what they have
advancements
today, yeah.
that have taken place, and that they can now say, well, this is how we do it now. We do this digital thing and stuff that we never fathomed because we was doing it. Everything was physical.
Yeah.
But if we humble ourselves as old school rappers,
Okay.
and come together with the new school and say, well, how y'all doing this here now? How does this work? But then they can come to us and get that game.
Yeah.
Because many of the principles that we employed back in the days, they still apply. Murder was talking about it earlier. You load up a van full of CDs, posters, and promo items and hit the road. You can still do that.
Yeah.
That ain't dead, but the internet made us lazy in a lot of regards. So that's where we at. I think that we kind of just touching on a few solutions here and there, because that's what we don't want to just talk about this.
All right.
Yeah.
We want to, at the end of the day, when people tune out, when the show is over, we want to say, okay, well, they did speak on some things that could help it and make things better. But my message to a lot of these new school rappers would be to be careful in how you address the old school rappers, because the first thing come out their mouth, man, these old dudes, man, they jealous, they old. Look, you keep waking up in the morning and you keep doing music, you gonna be one of the old schools one day.
That's right.
If you make it. That's if you make it.
If you make it, if your career lasts that long, and it's gonna be some little hot shot 16, 17-year-old cat calling you old and washed up.
To understand who laid the foundation, that they're standing on, that they're performing on, who opened the doors for them to be able to do what they're doing today.
No doubt. That's an actual fact. And then on the flip side, too,
That's what I was about
you
to
got
say.
some of these old school rappers that's flat out jealous of these young cats.
That's
too.
what I
Yeah.
was just about to say.
Jealous.
So if they constantly telling them,
The time is up. I mean, when your
trash,
time is up, your time is up, man.
Yeah. The old school is steady telling the youngsters, your music trash, your music trash, your music trash. So if the youngsters finally say, well, nigga, sir, you old, you old, and this and that.
It turns into a personal attack.
Exactly.
We done lost focus, and we not operating on the principles of trying to bridge that gap. We attacking each other now.
So the question will be, what is an acceptable way for a youngster or the new school to pay the homage to the old school? Because I know a lot of times if they try to remix the song, sometimes the old school say, I don't want you to touch my song.
Yeah.
Or you need to pay me this to get on the song. Or
Everybody,
how do they do that in a respectable way?
They have to, just like you said, they have to do it in a respectable way. In other words, I may not actually know you personally, but I may know that you was there. Like, and let me give you an example of what I mean by that. I've been at a club before, many times, and somebody who's from my era, my age range, and listening to my music, they'll bring up a young cat that they might be working with, might be their son, just somebody younger, and they'll say they will present me to them. They'll say, hey man, this K-Rino, man, he was doing this, he came up, he kind of give them a little intro to me.
Okay.
Guy never heard of me, never heard my stuff, but based on the information that was given to him by his OG, he comes at me in a respectful way. Oh man, it's a pleasure to meet you, bro. And I'm gonna have to check out some of your stuff. So that's one of the good ways to kind of present it. But my role, when that comes to me like that, my role is not to be arrogant and like, yeah, boy, you better respect me. My role is to be honorable and respectful right back to him. Well, man, hey, man, it's an honor and a pleasure to meet you too, and I wish you the best, because I'm gonna tell you this story.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's awesome
look,
feeling to have, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Man, look, that it's about respect, and that's another solution. Write down respect.
There you go.
Because years ago, And Murder might have been a lot of my historical landmark. Murder was right there.
All right.
You know, straight up. When I skinned my knee in the 3rd grade,
Murder was there.
Murder was
right there, patching him up.
No, he laughed first, then he gave me a Band-Aid. But back in the days, I was at this club, and if y'all remember the OG Bam. You know, Killer Clan Bam, ex-Bam Records, man.
Classic.
You're just one of the great artists to come out of the city of Houston, man. And I'm performing at this club on the Southwest. And I'm walking through the club, and I come across Bam, so we dapping each other up. And he's like, yeah, man, he introduced me to this guy. He said, man, this my guy, man. This an artist I'm working with, man. He dope, man. This guy got something, you know, like that. So I was very respectful, you know. That's just how I am, you know. Hey, man, it's nice to meet you, man. It's nice to meet you, bro. Blah, 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 blah. What's your name? My name's Zero.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Now, this is before Zero was Zero, though. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So the thing is, we talking about maybe mid-'90s. Bam, super hot.
Right.
Yeah. Southpaw Coalition, super hot.
Right.
So it's real easy, if your mind is not lined up the right way, to have an arrogance about yourself and a conceitedness about yourself, to look down on an individual who you don't know. But I'm grateful that my mind was always fixed on the fact of giving an individual mutual respect from the jump, mixed in with the fact that I tell people all the time, you don't know who you being introduced to and what they gonna become.
All the time.
Treat the janitor like the president.
Without a doubt. Treat the janitor like the president, because one day, or the owner of the company. You know, the janitor mopping the floor, and when you see him mopping the floor, you pass by and pour some more juice in so he give him more work. And then he hit the lotto and buy the building and fire you.
There you go.
So it's all about respect, man. And I think that's one of the solutions to bridge that gap and get to know each other as artists. I may still not like what you like to listen to, but I can respect it, because that was a time when people older than us didn't like the LL Cool J and the Run DMC we was listening to. Man, turn that old bibbity bop stuff off, man. Yeah. You know, so we got to kind of give each other a little more rope. You know, a little more rope in terms of understanding why we like what we like. And I don't expect my 45-year-old partner to listen to the same music that his 13-year-old nephew is listening to. Right. You know, but if he like it, he like it. Yeah. So, you know, 713-526-KPFT, we asking the question, what's wrong with rap and how do we fix it, man? We've been getting well fed. The callers have come in and dropped some bombs. Go ahead, Keystone.
What do you think about the oversaturation of music?
The oversaturation
my grandma got a mixtape.
Right. that has played a role, in my opinion, of numbing the minds of the audience. Because I can't remember what guests we had on, but we spoke about that one week where we talked about how back when we was first starting out, it was only a handful of artists out, so it was a big thing just for somebody to see your poster on the wall. There you go. You know, but now with that oversaturation mixed in with a lot of the music, the redundance of the music, a lot of stuff sound the same. We got to address that too. And so now the people are numb. You know, you can if you gave somebody a free CD or a free tape back in 1989, man, they act like
9 times out of 10 you'll play it.
They love you for it.
That's right.
Hey man, they love you for it. You walk up and offer somebody a CD now, they might say, nah, man, I'm good. Yeah. You know, they would take it or leave it, especially if it's somebody they don't know, because the market is oversaturated. The underground is definitely oversaturated. And
not just that, you know, through the transition that I had people hand me CDs was a terrible mix. You know, the vocals, you don't even hear the vocals, you hear the beats, or you hear the vocals, you don't hear the beat. That messed up a lot of people that accept CDs also.
Yeah, and you still got to humbly accept it, you know, because we never know what level economically that an artist might be on right now. He might just be like, I'm just trying to get my thing out, and we listen to this and man, this mixed down crazy, but he may not have the ability to go in the studios that we go into.
That's another way to look
so
at
we
it.
so you got to kind of break it down and say, Okay, well, is the beat jamming? It's mixed bad, but the vocal's too high, but he's spitting on there, you know. And then we can make the assessment to say, okay, this dude got something. He just need to be put in a good situation. You know, things of that nature. But, you know, but presentation has to be accounted for, because if you had the ability to get your stuff right, you know, depending on who you presenting it to, man.
What's wrong with rap?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with rap is everybody mixing their own songs these days.
And everybody can't mix.
Everybody got a mixtape every week.
You
got a different mixtape every week.
Man, look, that's a great point. Because look, you know, back in the day, and look, I'm not discouraging nobody from trying to learn how to, you know, work Pro Tools and learn how to do it.
Learn first.
Learn how to do it properly.
That's right.
From somebody who really knows how to do it, how to manipulate sound and get the right
practice.
Sound. Yeah, no question. And surround yourself with people who are going to tell you the truth. At the same
Most definitely.
Yeah, because you do have some out there, you know, they think they're doing it, but they're not. And then you have those that are with them that don't tell them.
Fire that yes man. Right. Fire that yes man.
Not your friend. That is not your friend.
Let me ask y'all one quick question, because we're getting ready to wind it up.
All right.
Remember back in the days when, man, a new rap record come out from your favorite artist, man, you just get chills, man. It's like the feeling you got when this song came out, man. It's like, what had to happen for us to regain that in rap to where maybe we not hearing it because we just in an older generation. Maybe the youngsters, they getting them goosebumps from the artists they like, but that's just something that seems to be missing to me. Now, it's very rare when something comes on and I just be like, wow.
I can tell you that. The attention span is gone. You know.
It's the knowledge.
Yeah, now, what's that you got next? Oh, I like that song. What he got next? I got that song. What he got next?
Yeah.
I like that song. That's cool. I don't like that one. Let me go see what he got next.
Right.
And, you know, when back them days when somebody put out an album, you jam, you read, you even open up the CD, read the booklet, see what's how his artwork going on, who he thinking.
Right.
But now, just on to the next.
It's on to the next. We got a lot of cookie cutter. Well, you know, in conclusion, man, I just think that another one of the solutions we have to kind of implement is we have to put the art back in the word artist, and that's very important. I think we have to question and ask different individuals why they in it, what reason, because we have to come to the understanding that everybody's not in this for the same reasons. Some people are in this music business because I love the rap, I love the creativity, I do it for free. You got other people like, man, it's a business opportunity. This is a chance for me to make some bread, sign with this label, blah, blah, blah. People who are actually carrying out personas that are not them, like Q-Boy was talking about.
Like designer. And studying other people.
Yeah, if you love it, then you will automatically, your contribution to it will automatically be one that's of great benefit to the whole. If you just love the money, you know, we all trying to make bread, but if you just love the money, then you'll get a little money for a season. But if the art and the skill is not there, then you won't last too long. So again, man, we appreciate y'all for listening to K-Rino Radio, man. I think we had a real hyped up topic tonight. We'll come back. We got a special guest coming in next week. But anybody want to reach out, y'all follow me on Twitter at The Real K-Rino and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is also The Real K-Rino. Murder, give them your info real quick.
Your Facebook, SPC MONE Thomas.
Okay, Black Cat.
Already. You can hit me on that IG, man. South Park Black Cat. Always, man. Facebook, just put in CAFFRA. You'll see me pop up with the brim, baby.
All right. Go ahead, Keisto.
All right, Keisto on that Instagram, man. It's just Keisto, Keesto. And my company, No Regret Media, man. We on Instagram also and on the website at No Regret Media. Come holler at us, man. We doing graphic designs and websites for all the upcoming artists. We do you right, man, at a great price.
One love, man. Thank y'all.